Okay, so good evening, everyone. This is Harsh Thakkar, organizer of TEDx Golden Bridge, and here are we back with our one of the prominent initiatives, hashtag Ideas Worth Inspiring, season two. And you guys will be amazed to know that this will be the episode one of our initiative, hashtag Ideas Worth Inspiring. And today's guest is Mr. Unmukt Chand, who seriously doesn't need any sort of introduction. But sir, I hereby formally welcome you to this initiative of TEDx Golden Bridge, and thank you so much for sparing your precious time with Team TEDx Golden Bridge, sir.
Thanks, Harsh. It's a pleasure to be with you guys today.
Yeah, great. So, as per protocol, I like definitely, as I said, that this guy doesn't need any sort of introduction because whole world knows this guy from a very young age. But still, as per protocol, I'll just give a brief introduction of this guy. So, Born Voyage, a phrase that provides us the premise to build expectations for a beautiful journey. So, let's not take much time and greet ourselves another Born Voyage as we are briskly ready for our first guest to have conversation with Mr. Unmukt Chand, the man who led India to claim the prestigious Under 19 World Cup in Australia, who is the first captain to win the Under 19 World Cup in Australia. Unmukt Chand shot to prominence when he captained India under 19 to victory in the 2012 World Cup, upsetting hosts Australia with a calm, unbeaten 1-1-1 in a tense chase. His temperament stood out throughout the tournament as he guided India in unfamiliar conditions. It was his third consecutive century in a finale for the under 19 side. So, Unmukt Chand had made his Ranji debut while still in school and hits his maiden century 151 in his fourth game. He made his IPL debut at 18 years and 15 days and has often been compared to a very good friend Virat Kohli, who also led India to under 19 World Cup glory in 2008. Chan has been a regular feature in India A side and led them to victories against New Zealand A in 2013, Bangladesh A in 2015. In between, he led the team to a triangular series win in Chennai. He then became only the third Indian batsman to make three T20 centuries when he slammed 103 of 58 balls for Delhi against Gujarat in Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy. And to be very honest, guys, if I continue like this, the whole session will just go with his honors and with his glory. So, not taking much time, here is the man, Mr. Unmukt Chand. So, first of all, thank you so much once again, sir, for joining with us. It's a pleasure and it's an honor speaking to you.
Thank you, Harsh. It was a very nice introduction. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So, first of all, talking about the current situation, this pandemic, a global pandemic, the COVID 19. So, what are your thoughts on this? What was your lockdown schedule back then?
Well, it's been one of its kind, and all of us have equally faced it. So I mean, when it started off, I mean, it took me a week to understand how to go about it because obviously we thought that it's gonna end soon, but sooner we realized that it's gonna take some time before this ends. So obviously, the most important thing for anyone is to form routines, and that's the one thing which I focused on because routines help you stay focused and on task. Because sometimes when the whole day is with yourself, you have nothing to do. The next day is also like this, and then months go on like this. So it might get very you might get lethargic, or you might just waste away your days. So I think forming routines is important. So I made sure that I get up early on time. I do my rituals like meditations early in the morning. I train in the morning. So I was lucky enough that in my apartment building I was able to run. So it's a small block, but I could just go round and round and do some of my running stuff. I explored a lot of options where I could train in terms of using my own body weight. I had got light weights at home, resistance bands. So obviously a lot of HIIT stuff which could be done at home itself, on the terrace itself, which doesn't require a lot of space as well. So they say that uh, when such adversities come, you innovate, and that's what happened with me as well. I tried and innovate with whatever limited resources I had, and I'm sure that all of you must have done the same in your respective fields. And so yeah, first few hours of the day was devoted to my physical and mental training, and then of course the rest of the day we used to go in reading, writing. I was writing a lot as well during that time, and you know relearning new things, basically learning new things, relearning the things which I used to do in the past. Started off with cooking as well. I enjoy doing that. So made a few new recipes, tried a few new recipes, and just basic stuff. Yeah, basic stuff. A lot of stuff at home, household chores. Everyone was devoted different tasks at home, just like everybody else. So what was it, BJP, Bartan Jhadu Pocha. so so yeah, so all that stuff was happening. So yeah, it was a good time together, lots of family time together. So it was nice. I tried and utilized as much as I could during that phase.
Great, great, great. And that's such a great thing that not just cricket, but you are a multitasker like cooking or, as you said, the BJP thing. So that's really nice. And all right, moving forward. So since you started playing cricket at a very young age, and so how did you get the confidence to try for the first time?
Well, it's not like this. So what happens in cricket is you keep playing age group cricket. So I played my under 15, under 16 for Delhi. I went on to play for the India under 16 team. I represented Delhi State under 19 team the very first year, and I was lucky enough to get a Ranji call that particular year itself. So things were moving very fast for me during that time. So basically, I played a lot of cricket during that time, and I was doing well as well. So I was picked by Delhi Daredevils at that age. So I remember then I finished my last board exam, and then 3 4 days later I played my first IPL game. So it was very new. My schoolmates were there in the stadium, and it was a very new feeling for me. Honestly, I didn't think that I would make the cut in the first game. I thought that I would, get to play in the subsequent matches, but not the first game. But I done so well in the practice matches before that they told me that. So basically, before an IPL game, you get to know that you're playing a day before, and they told me that be ready, you'll be playing in the 11 tomorrow. So I was like all geared up, but the feeling is very different. Yeah, I sometimes I
Definitely.
feel that I was too young to get that cap that time. And when I entered the stadium, 50,000 people, you know, around me clapping, and that noise, TV in front of me. I knew that well, I'll be walking to the ground, to the pitch. All eyes are on me because I had seen a lot of live matches. We all do, and then when you're a part of it, so basically, this feeling could not seep in, and we got to bat first. I was batting at number three. David Warner got out in the first over. So literally, when the match started, I was in. So I just didn't know what happened. I played the first ball very nervous, very nervous, and then next ball I swung my bat, got bowled off Malinga, and then came back. And then even while coming back, I was totally out of my senses. That okay, I'll be coming on TV. You have to walk like this, all that stuff was going on. So it was too new a feeling for me to actually, come to terms with it. Or Sachin Tendulkar playing next against me. So it took me some time to actually understand that it's cricket only, and it's too fresh for me.
Definitely, definitely. So, considering this game, cricket, which is also known as a gentleman's game, so which requires lots of discipline, like a hell lot of discipline, right? So, how did you teach yourself discipline at such an younger age?
Well, we require discipline for anything, and especially I've been I've been lucky enough to have parents who have always supported me in my cricket, in my studies, and they've all, I mean, these things are attributed to the parents only, because they make sure, especially in your early years, you don't know anything, and it's the parents only who imbibe these values in you. And for me also, I've been very lucky enough that they made sure that that I was disciplined enough, because I was studying as well. I was doing well in school as well. I had to manage my cricket as well. So I had to devote equal time to everything. I had to put in my hard yards in practice, come back home, and then study for 2 hours, and then same routine used to continue the next day. Go to school, I even swim that time, so I had to get up in the morning at 6, go for the advanced swimming classes before school, attend the school, come back, go for practice, come back, study for 1.5 hours. So this was a routine for so many years. So actually, this routine taught me a lot of discipline, because obviously you got to balance so many things, and also it's very much required, especially when you're in a sport, when you're in a at a place where I mean, all these things, skills are important, but at the same time, skill, discipline, dedication, determination towards the game is also equally very important, because it helps you, go that extra distance, extra mile in the long run. So we always talk about the 3Ds. So that's discipline, dedication, and determination, which always hold the key to, a long-term success.
Okay, okay, great, great, and very, very true answer. So, if talking about the cricket as your profession, like there's a very famous dialogue of a famous movie, Three Idiots, ki ladka hai to engineer, ladki hai to doctor. And considering your lifestyle, how was the moment when your parents realized that you will be pursuing cricket as a profession, but not just as a hobby?
Well, I don't think that this line of yours, 3D lines, holds true nowadays, because I mean, so many fields have opened up. People are doing so many various things that it's literally opened up. I mean, I'm sure that yes,
Definitely.
when I was in school myself in the early years, when you used to, have that scrapbook, I should write. Initially, I should write, I want to be a software engineer. Then it changed to something else, because that was the thing which was happening that those days. But still, I
Definitely.
write cricketer as well. I want to, I want to be a cricketer. That was the thing I should write. But obviously, it was very new thing that time, because only 11 players used to play, and it was very tough. There were not many opportunities. But again, my parents were very supportive. My uncle was also there, who we used to live in joint family, so he was the one who always pushed me. So we used to practice a lot. My father and my uncle used to throw balls at me long hours, so many years. So they were very serious about my cricket, and so was I. I was really passionate about this game, and from the very beginning. And then eventually, I was doing my school as well. I was playing cricket as well. So obviously, playing in the colonies, someone had told my parents that you should rather send him to an academy, because he's too good a player to play here. So that's when I joined an academy, and that's how things started for me, and started playing for my school as well. So till eighth, obviously, before I had played any state cricket, I had no problems, and obviously because I was doing well in studies as well, so I never, my parents never had to, take that big call of, either cricket or studies. But then obviously when I went to when I came to ninth, we shifted schools to modern school Barakamba Road, because it is better known for cricket, better known for sporting. The exposure you get out of sports. Before that, I was in DPS Noida, where cricket wasn't that much. So I think that was a big decision. And once I took that decision, and once I played state cricket for Delhi, and then
Okay.
over there, that's when my parents also got convinced, because obviously 9-10 is a period when the parents also think that But my mother especially was a little bit worried whether I would make it, but my uncle was very very sure, and this is what I get to hear now. But personally for me, I never faced those things in terms of कि बेटा पढ़ाई करनी है या ऐसा करना है. So it was very very chill for me in terms of okay, do well in I was doing well in studies, I was doing well in cricket, and then eventually once I started playing, so things started panning out. And then once I played for Delhi, and then the under 16, under 19, then things were very clear that this is where I'm heading, and there's no looking back. There was no looking back before also, but then once I started playing professional cricket, I knew that, and everyone around me also knew that this
You
is
get
it.
a motivation, definitely. Yeah,
Right. So yeah.
definitely, definitely. Great, great, great. So moving forward, so if I ask you that, what would be your one message to those youngsters who are dreaming to be a cricketer in future? What would be your one message?
See, cricket is something which, like anything else, it takes time. So it's not a thing that you get success overnight. It's a thing which takes a lifetime. Properly, you practice from the beginning, 6, 7, 8 years you toil, and then then you get rewards. So it's not something that you'll ask for it and you get it. So my only suggestion is, if you are passionate enough for cricket, you invest your time over there, and don't think of overnight results. Won't happen. Just stick to the process, and keep working hard. Also make sure that studies are going on as well. Don't leave studies. They are very important, especially in today's time. It's very important. And then once you start playing at a competitive level, you'll understand that where you're heading. You'll get a clear cut. You'll get clarity in terms of, okay, fine. Am I heading in the right direction? Am I can I make it to the next level? And that's when things will open up to you as well. So give it your all, but stay disciplined, stay patient. That's the most important thing for anyone.
Okay. So considering many of the youngsters treat you as their role model, but if I ask you that who was your role model, so who will it be?
Well, many people, yeah, many people at different times. Obviously, just like anyone else, I used to love watching Sachin Tendulkar bat, and
Definitely.
like everyone else, especially in my younger years. And then eventually, I've had many role models. If in cricketing terms you ask me, obviously, I've been very fascinated with the way Virat bats. I love the way he plays, and in other fields as well. It's not just cricket. In other fields as well, in other sporting fields, in other educational fields as well. Today nowadays, I think there's so much motivation around you. It's not
Definitely.
It's come from different backgrounds from in different fields, and today these days so many new stories are coming up of people who have made it to the top in their respective fields. So you got to see the process, not what they are achieving. You got to see how they reached there, and that is what is the biggest thing you can learn from anyone. So that is, and obviously we see role models in our houses. We undermine the
Definitely.
role of our parents. They are the biggest role models for anyone, and I think it all comes from the house. I've been great fan of my parents, my chacha. So they are the probably the
Okay.
biggest role models I've had in my life.
Okay. Okay. So if talking about the fame which we say, the this particular word fame, so what do you think, is it a blessing or is it a curse?
How can something like fame be a curse, man? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
definitely, that's completely
it's a
true, but yeah.
blessing, but uh, you know, anything which you get where there's a lot of praise, or so there are two ways of looking at it. It's a
Definitely, exactly, yeah.
so I mean the healthier way and the unhealthy one. So
Yeah,
obviously,
definitely.
if you make the right use of it, and if you use your fame to get better and to help people, I think then it's a good one. If if it is not serving you or the people around you, then it's obviously not good.
Definitely, definitely. And that's what a gentleman's game player speaks. So that's really great thing. And talking about one of the thing which you did was commentary. So what do you think about that? How fun was that?
No, it was good fun. Good fun. I mean, I was not playing anything during that time, and this opportunity had come. So why not? I mean, something which is very very related to the game. I didn't realize it could be that good till the time I actually did it, because it was the first time. See, I didn't watch a lot of matches. I because
Okay,
as a cricketer I love playing. I can watch my match for some time, but the entire span of time watching a game is not something which I do pretty often. But when I was commentating, obviously I had to sit for the whole game, and then I
yeah,
realized so many intricacies of the game which sometimes go missing. Because when you're watching the game, you see a lot many other things as well which otherwise you won't be seeing. And when you're commentating, you can as a cricketer, you know that what's happening, what should the player be doing, and what is he doing. So basically you learn a lot as well. So I took it as a learning experience for myself, because once you're seeing it from outside, you can make a lot of notes and make sure that when you're playing you don't repeat the mistakes or do the things which, or probably repeat things which you feel have happened right in the game. So it was a great learning experience for me as well, and a totally different sort of a field for me as well.
okay. So I would just tell that team TEDxGoldenBridge usually have a theme along the like for every month, and the theme for this month is building momentum. So how would you like to comment on our theme, building momentum?
Well, everything requires momentum. Everything.
Definitely,
You you For success there's a momentum, for failure there's a momentum, and for winning games there's a momentum, for losing games there's a momentum. So momentum
definitely.
is something which is happening every day in our lives, and momentum flow, you can call it flow as well. So it's something which is very important. So I think for me, momentum is something which happens if you put the first brick right, the next brick comes into place, and then the next one. If the base is not correct, they will fall down. So
Definitely.
for me, momentum, what the first thing comes into my mind is creating those blocks where you're putting each step right in the right place, and then that's how you create momentum. And then eventually, you say that once the base is solid, you can straight away, grow that tree like a Chinese bamboo tree we talk about, which takes a
Definitely.
lot of time for the sowing, and you keep watering it for 4 5 years, it doesn't grow, but then the fifth year it just shoots up like anything. So it's creating the base in those 5 years. It is, we say that, oh, we haven't seen results, but it's actually creating that base before it actually shoots up. So that's the key with momentum as well. You keep building onto that, and then one day, boom, you go. So
Definitely.
even when you see people falling down as well, there's a momentum which takes someone. So you got to arrest that momentum and make sure that it goes in the other way. So to me, it's something which is very important, and for that, you take one step at a time, and that's the most important thing.
Okay. And we also know that you write your own book, The Sky is Limit. So, how would you justify the title and why did you choose it? Yeah, exactly.
So for me, obviously, I it's like a normal phase we all talk about. So especially when I was during that age, 18, 19 years of age, sky is the limit was a very common thing which was said to me. Okay, work hard, sky is the limit for you, sky is the limit for you. And then actually when we won the World Cup, we realized that yes, sky is the limit. And if you actually put in the hard yards, if you actually work hard towards something, actually sky is the limit for you. And
Okay.
mm, so so that was the whole motivation behind it, and obviously people reading it as well. I mean, mostly my readers have been people school going or school college going children.
Definitely.
So, for us, all of us, there's a whole future waiting for us, and obviously this it's like the sky, and we can just shoot up like anything if we put in our effort, the hard work, and go in the right direction, and that's why sky is the limit. Probably, even sky is not the limit would be the next book.
Definitely, definitely. That's really great. All right. So, moving forward, the next question is like, how much do you think that luck has to do with cricket?
Well, luck has to do with everything in life, and especially in sports, luck plays a major role because it's important, but at the same time, it's something which you cannot quantify, right? It's something which comes, I mean, which comes. So, as they're saying, is the braver you are, the luckier you get, or the harder you work, the luckier you get. So, you can put in the hard work, you can put up the brave front, you can, work harder, but and then luck automatically follows. Yeah, you can't be crapping about luck or saying my luck is good or my luck didn't favor me. I mean, these things are something which we usually avoid talking about. Yes, it is important, but at the same time, it's not in our hands. What's in our hands is what we can control. So let's
Hard
focus.
work, yeah. Exactly, exactly. All right. So, one of the next question is, what was your biggest fear choosing this career?
There was no fear. Yeah. If there was fear, I wouldn't have done it. And I doesn't really, bank on fear because I do things with love. I cannot do anything
Definitely.
if I don't love that thing or if I'm not passionate about it. I mean, fear would be the last thing to drive me. And I think it's love only that drives me to play this game or for anything that I do in my life.
All right. So, next question is, every sportsman has ups and downs during their career. So, how do you keep yourself calm during such times?
Well, again, as you said, everyone has their ups and downs, and I've really enjoyed
Definitely.
the ups in my life. So obviously, when the down phases come, I take it in my stride, and I always feel that God has been very kind to me. So if some things don't go well, I should not crave about it. I should rather take it as okay, fine. When my good times were there, I was very happy. So even if it is there, it will also pass. As I say, this too shall pass. And the important thing is process. The important thing is to keep working hard, to keep to stay true to your sport, to your respective field, and that's the only thing which you can do. And obviously things will change, time will change, uh, corona will go. So
Definitely.
yes,
Yeah.
you just stay true to yourself.
Okay. And we also heard that you are a dog lover. So would you like to comment something on that?
Well, I'm sure that many of us love animals here, and
Definitely.
I mean, who doesn't love animals? I mean, I've they're such beautiful creatures, and obviously,
Totally.
it's like anyone else. I also love them. It's very unconditional love they give you, and
For
I
sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if we talk about the amazing moments which you had with your team, like if you can just share any of your favorite moment,
well, every moment is very special with your team here. I mean,
definitely.
if you say one thing, then obviously the whole thing seems like okay. I did not enjoy the other half of it. It's only one. Enjoy
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the fun is in the journey, not in the destination.
Definitely,
It's
definitely.
the journey has been very good, irrespective of results, irrespective of any other thing. So the whole journey is very special. It's very unfair to say just one thing.
For sure. And even if we start speaking about everything, the time will have no boundaries.
So that
Yeah. So if I ask you that any like a funny moment or an anecdote while you are playing or like during your practice or your workouts, any funny moment or anecdote?
all funny. Everything is funny all the time.
Okay.
But we make sure
So
that fun is an integral part of our existence.
definitely,
Because without fun, there is no sport. There is nothing in life. In fact, I feel that if there's no fun involved, then you might get bored. You might quit doing what you do, or you might just do it for the sake of it. So, especially in our sport, especially for me as well, I make sure that fun is a part of everything I do because that's how I can stay motivated. That's how I can stay, uh,
definitely.
jubilant, excited, and enthusiastic towards it. The moment fun goes away, quit the game.
Okay, and I guess not just with cricket, but we
Yes,
need to take this thing for every profession, every work we do, or anything, right? All right, great, great. And if I ask you that if you are asked to tell your journey in one word, so what will it be and why?
sorry, I missed you. If you ask me to tell,
Yeah, like if you are asked to tell us your journey in one word, what will it be and why?
my journey, to be continued. Dot dot dot.
That's such a
Well,
what can I say a nice answer. But yeah, yeah.
it's
Please, please, please.
just still part of that journey, and the journey is on, and it's been a heck of a ride, to be very honest, and uh, been a beautiful journey going on. So it's like still somewhere midway. So it's very difficult to sum it up, but it's been a it's to be continued is a proper answer to it.
Definitely, definitely. And now the one last question to you: that what will be your one message for Team TEDx Golden Bridge?
Well, for Team TEDx Golden Bridge, first of all, thank you for having me here, and it's been really nice talking to you all. And I hope that, I mean, so many ideas are circulating around, and I hope that if at least one thing, gets to you and probably helps you shape your careers. I mean, that would be the biggest blessing, and also keep working hard wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Stay true, stay positive, especially in these times when obviously people might get, we all have our share of times when we get low as well. Learn to help each other, and keep growing, keep helping each other, keep uh, hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, keep helping each other, keep growing, and life is strange. Yeah, life is a puzzle. It will fall into place. Just be patient with it. Just be thankful, grateful to God for wherever you are, whatever you are doing, and trust me, you're in the right place where you are at the moment, and you'll eventually be where you're supposed to be. So chill, enjoy, relax, keep working hard, stay true to yourself, and that's my message to each one of you. And I really hope and wish that all of you have a great career ahead. You do well in your respective fields in your life, and be a true ambassador to this country as well.
Definitely, that was such a motivating answer, and thank you so much for all your love and all your support to everyone. And you will be always an inspiration to many. And thank you so much for guiding the India to such a level. Because of you, India is doing such a honors in terms of cricket and sports. So thank you very much for that.
Thanks.
And so this was it. So thank you so much once again, Mr. Unmukt Chand, for being the speaker for hashtag Ideas Worth Inspiring, an initiative by TEDx Golden Bridge Season 2. So thank you so much once again. And we just hope that this pandemic gets over and everyone just like once again we can be ourselves which we were a year ago. So that's it. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for and like watching us, and thank you so much sir once again for sparing your precious time. Just one thing, like to everyone, that sir is so busy that he has a match right now and he has to live, and so that's just grateful for him that he just spared his precious time with us for everyone. And yeah, Team TEDx Golden. So thank you so much.
Thanks. Thank you.